Apple in September 2022 released the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro models, but we've been hearing rumors about the iPhone 15 since well before the latest iPhones became available for purchase. Now that launch is approaching, rumors are picking up and we know a good deal about what to expect this year. Today, we're going to cover everything that you should know about the upcoming iPhone 15 lineup. Let's talk about design first. The iPhone 15 models are expected to look similar to the last year's 14 models, but the pill and hole cutout will expand to the entire lineup. That means all iPhone 15 models will have no notch, instead adopting the dynamic island introduced in the 14 Pro models. The Pro models will have higher-end features and will be more expensive, while the standard iPhone 15 models will be cheaper. For the 15 and 15 Plus, design differences will include the USB-C port instead of a Lightning port and the transition from the notch to the dynamic island. Along with the dynamic island, all iPhone 15 models could be equipped with a more power-efficient OLED display driver chip that's manufactured on a 28-nm process, allowing for reduced power consumption that could ultimately lead to improved battery life across the board. The standard iPhone 15 models will not include promotion technology or always-on-display technology, despite the swap to the dynamic island. Apple will continue to reserve these features for the Pro devices. We'll talk about the colors. Current rumors suggest the iPhone 15 models will be available in blue, yellow, white, black, and a coral shade that's a cross between pink and orange. Blue and coral will be the new shades for this year, with yellow, black, and white returning as standard colors in the lineup. Color-matched USB-C cables are expected to be available with the iPhone 15 models. While all 15 models are going to adopt the USB-C port, there are some design changes that are exclusive to the Pro models. Rumors suggest the 15 Pro models will feature thinner, more curved bezels than the 14 Pro models, which can be seen in renders of the device created based on circulating details. These deeper curves will be limited to the 15 Pro models, and the 15 models will continue to look like the iPhone 14 with flatter edges, an aluminum frame, and a glass front and back. We are not expecting the same slimmer bezels for the standard variants. Apple's 15 Pro lineup is expected to feature more curved front glass that better disappears into the frame, and Apple is expected to use titanium instead of stainless steel for the chassis. The 15 Pro models will also feature an action button that will replace the mute switch, and that will be able to do different things like activate shortcuts, turn on the camera, turn on the flashlight, enable silent mode, and more. An unconfirmed rumor from Weibo has suggested that the iPhone 15 models could feature a frosted glass back, which has previously been a design detail that Apple has limited to the Pro models. Standard models typically have a glossy black, while the frosted glass is reserved for the more expensive models. If accurate, both the standard and Pro models will use frosted glass for the back of the device. A set of 3D printed iPhone 15 lineup offers some insight into how prior generation iPhone 14 cases will fit, and it appears that older cases will not be able to be used with the new iPhones. Small changes in the dimensions to the iPhone 15 lineup will prevent the cases from fitting for the most part, though the 15 Plus is able to fit inside and 14 Plus. The larger rear camera housing of the Pro models prevents 14 Pro cases from working properly, as does the more curved design and changes to the buttons. Leaked images of the iPhone 15 have confirmed many of the rumors that we've heard about the device, including the dynamic island and the USB-C port. The leaked photos depict the dynamic island, which will expand to all iPhone 15 models in 2023, and they also confirm that they will have a design that is similar to the last gen models with a few changes. Major updates include the transition to USB-C and the addition of the dynamic island instead of the notch that's on the iPhone 14. Other design changes, like a deeper curve at the edges and a titanium frame, will be limited to 15 Pro models. The cases have a cutout for the action button that will replace the mute switch. Since it does not need to be gripped like a switch, it requires a smaller cutout. Images of the Type-C connector parts designed for the next generation iPhone models leaked in August, further confirming Apple's transition to USB-C charging technology. The Pro models with Type-C ports will support higher speed data transfers, while the standard models will continue to feature USB 2.0 speeds, the same as Lightning, giving the Pro models an edge. According to Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, the 15 Pro models will support at least USB 3.2 or Thunderbolt 3. With the upgrade, the 15 Pro models will be able to transfer video and other file types at much quicker speeds. USB 2.0 transfer speeds are limited to 480 megabytes, while 3.2 supports speeds up to 20 gigs per second. If Apple offers Thunderbolt 3 support for the Pro models, data transfer speeds could be doubled up to 40 gigs. At least some of the variants could support charging speeds up to 35 watts, which would allow for quicker charging with an appropriate power adapter. It is not clear if this is a feature that will be available for all variants or just the Pro models. Leaker Shrimp Apple Pro has said that iPhone 15 lineup will only officially support USB-C accessories certified by the Apple Made for iPhone program. Apple supplier Foxconn is allegedly producing accessories like AirPods and cables with USB-C connectors that are MFI certified. The MFI certification could be used to limit features like fast charging and high-speed data transfers to Apple-approved accessories. Shrimp Apple Pro says that cables with no MFI certification will be limited in data and charging speed. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has also suggested that Apple will require Made for iPhone certification for USB-C chargers that are able to fast charge the iPhone. All the variants will support both MagSafe charging and the new QI2 standard, allowing for 15 watts charging from non-MagSafe third-party accessories. That will allow for faster wireless charging even from accessories that do not officially support MagSafe. The iPhone 15 and 15 Plus may ship with a color-matched braided USB-C to USB-C cable rather than a plain white cable. Apple currently sells the iPhone with a white USB-C to Lightning cable, but has used braided color cables for devices like the iMac. Rumors suggest that each cable would be available in a color that would match with the shade of the iPhone 15 model. The USB-C cable that's included with the iPhone 15 models could be 50% longer. Rumors suggest that it will measure in at 1.5 meters instead of 1 meter. With the braided design, it is also expected to be more durable. Now the main highlights of the upcoming event would be the camera department. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes the non-Pro variants will adopt a 48-megapixel camera, technology Apple introduced in the 14 Pro models. A new stacked sensor design will allow the lens to capture more light for an improvement in low-light camera performance. A second rumor says that they will include a glass-plastic hybrid lens with an f/1.7 aperture. The lens will reportedly feature a single glass element and 6 plastic elements, and while the f/1.7 aperture would be an improvement over the f/1.79 aperture used in the 14 Pro models, it would be a slight downgrade compared to the f/1.5 aperture featured in the 14 Plus, but an increase in megapixels if the 48-megapixel camera rumor is correct. According to a rumor posted on Weibo, the 48-megapixel camera upgrade will not include the same sensor, and the standard iPhone 15 models may continue to have a smaller stacked CMOS image sensor than the Pro sensor, but it will be an improvement over the sensor in the iPhone 14 models. Apple is expected to adopt Sony's latest state-of-the-art image sensors for some of the iPhone 15 models. Compared to standard sensors, Sony's image sensor doubles the saturation signal in each pixel, allowing it to capture more light to cut down on underexposure and overexposure. The sensor will allow for improvements in portraits and other images even when strong backlighting is an issue. Sony is using semiconductor architecture that puts photodiodes and transistors in separate layers, allowing for more photodiodes. It is not clear if all of the iPhone 15 models will use the new sensor technology or if Apple will limit it to the higher-end Pro models. You've probably heard rumors about Apple's plan to adopt a periscope zoom lens for the iPhone 15, but it will be limited to the larger-sized 15 Pro Max. The iPhone 15 Pro will get a standard zoom lens, and the iPhone 15 models will be limited to the wide and ultra-wide lenses. Periscope lens technology offers optical zoom capabilities that exceed those possible with a standard telephoto lens, allowing for 5x or even 10x optical zoom. With the periscope lens, the iPhone's zoom capabilities would be significantly enhanced as the current Pro models are limited to 3x zoom. With the periscope lens, light is reflected by an angled mirror toward the image sensor in the camera. The directional shift allows for a folded telephoto lens system for improved optical zoom capabilities without the blurriness that comes with digital zoom. Apple competitor Samsung has come out with smartphones that use periscope lens technology that enables 4 to 10x optical zoom and up to 100x digital zoom. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will implement 6x optical zoom technology when it adopts the periscope lens. Now, as for the processor, the Pro models are expected to be the first to feature an A-series chip built on Apple supplier TSMC's next-generation 3nm node. 3nm chip technology is expected to increase processing performance by 10 to 15%, while also reducing power consumption by up to 35%. The faster A17 chips will be limited to the Pro variants, while the vanilla models will adopt the 4nm A16 chip that was first used in the 14 Pro and Pro Max. So, these are all the rumors that you should know about the upcoming iPhone 15 lineup. If you're still here, then a sub to the channel will be massive, and for more updates, check out our channel. See you in the next one. Peace out.